And he rolls Undead. That is quite an advantage. We're gonna start on Drake Nostrum with another mirror. So Sheik in the yellow doesn't know that this is a mirror match. Starbuck obviously does. No, wait, what did I do? Wrong thing. There we go. Starbuck blue, Sheik yellow. So this map, to all the witty people here, is huge. More of an FFA map. Nice, you're coming at the right time, everybody. This is not your Lich mirror that we usually see. This is Dreadlord versus Cryptlord. Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's go. This is one of the finest setups that you can imagine in all of Warcraft, I'd say. Has produced insane matches. Sheik obviously knows this map. I'm pretty sure this will be a pick for him. Pretty much in all games and all matchups. And Starbuck apparently not shying away from a sweet little macro game. 5 gold mines each, shipyards, laboratories, mercenary camps, got it all. And now Sheik knows what kind of mirror matches it's gonna be. Dreadlord, you know what? On a huge map, why not Dreadlord? If there's a lot to creep, if you can set up an expansion, Dreadlord can be fantastic. Sleep onto big creeps, kill the rest, and then we go from there. On the other side, Cryptlord, amazing for expansions, and as you see, there's a lot of possible expansions here. Most players did the homework. Sheik obviously did. How this goes is, as a rule of thumb, I would say, the further away from your main base the gold mine is, the easier it is to creep. And Starbuck is making use of that. Sheik did the same before. But with the Dreadlord, he feels confident to creep a bigger spot thanks to the sleep. And there we go. Starbuck, though, not wasting any time, distracting with all the summons into the base. The craft style, I guess. Ooh, and Sheik is starting this camp. That's not a good time. I like how Sheik goes graveyard first to enable spirit towers. But yeah, the base is still wide open. This isn't as bad as before, as Sheik's idea is not to tech as fast as possible, but rather get the expo up. So this is more or less just delay. No TP for Sheik. Starbuck actually held his one. And I guess this is a solid defense. With 2.5 already. No carrion swarm against all ghouls and beetles, but rather sleep and vamp aura. And that is some solid picks, but Starbuck also identifying that there is an expansion. And I'm not sure if this is enough, but this is a lot of free damage actually. But with more corpses comes more, not responsibility really. Well, you have to get rid of them somehow, I guess. But usually more beetles, and that is true in all regards. Uh-oh. Is he sure he can hold this? He's definitely gambling for it. This looking so pretty, by the way. Dude, he can hold this. Sheik God. This is a lot of kills. That's Dreadlord level 3. With a 1-1-1 build, actually. There are more corpses. Carrion Swarm is good. Mr. Mike, thank you very much for the raid. Hope you had a fun time streaming. Thanks for all you do for the scene, mate. Always good to see your show matches. If you want to see some grassroots amateur Warcraft with the chance for higher level play, Mr. Mike MTL here on Twitch. We got double racks up. We got the tech running for a long time. Yo, Mr. Mike also with the sub. Thank you for the shout out, bud. Always to people who support the scene. And are having fun doing so. So this is lining up to be a pretty crazy game. Crippy soon to be level 3. Dreadlord solo for now. Sheik's big downside is tech, and he's starting that now. I wonder if we go up to more expansions. Starbuck seemed to be working on it. Dreadlord, amazing items already. Devotion Aura, Ring. Wouldn't mind to see boots and or staff. Especially against Impale surrounds. I think staff on a big map like this could be pretty fantastic. This one's pretty secured. Main base wide open though. And Starbuck is muscling up another attack. Only 32 food for Sheik. And he's broke. Oop. Sends 3 units back, interestingly. Starbuck with a staff and a TP. And Necros? It's kinda odd. Could just be Banshees, of course. Which is the more normal play. But I would love to see that. Impale, nuke. But Necropolis is ready. This is not no income. Just a lot of damage. And Sheik was expecting an expansion behind it. To be honest, me too. Starbuck, what is it? Is it Banshees? Is it Necros? How cool are you?
A player's forces are under attack.
Come on. Click the button. Banshees. You're pretty good against Dreadlord, I'd say. And magic, always appreciated. Against Undead. Same goes for Rune Bracers. Yeah, Dreadlord on big macro maps. Always strong. Good for creeping early. Good for establishing expansions. Good for a lot. We do it again. Is that just a new Sheik move in Undead Mirror? Starbuck is now expanding something that we expected before. Oh, Carrion Swarm can do a lot of damage if positioned correctly, but since the towers are there, the Lich is there. I don't think there's too much of a chance. Yeah, Starbuck saw the games, of course. Smelling that sapper. Smelling that gunpowder in the barrel. It has to blow it up only for the ghouls. That didn't work too well, but I appreciate plays like this. Both are embracing the macro playstyle with the Zeppelin, etc., etc. Constant scouting and mass Garks, at least on one side. What's Starbuck doing? Banshee statues Garks? Can this compete at all with what Sheik is doing? Since there is Vampire already, Carrion Swarm 3 is wrecking Garks, unless you're confident enough to dodge it. But here we go again. Dreadlord, harass, echo damage due to echo damage. But I'm not too sure if Sheik is aware that this is 3 base, 2 base, which is, of course, if you look at the layout of the map, an absolute possibility. There's drakes on the fountains and in the middle at the rat spots, so easy to get it done. The Gargs, obviously, were just against the Zeppelin and some scouting, I'd say. And then it comes down to a lot of AoE damage. Dreadlord is home, is level 5. Exactly what he wanted. And now we return the favor. Anti-magic everywhere, perfect against the Carrion Swarm. No dispel on Sheik's side for a long time. And yeah, he's just sieging. This did nothing. It's just mana spent to break anti-magic, which then can be reapplied. Sheik in trouble. Even the FFA players don't have the perfect scouting down. Why anti-magic on statues? Well, it also helps against Carrion Swarm. Anti-magic shield works against AoE. Wow. When was Frozen Throne release? 2002. You learn something every day with this game, dude. Okay, Sheik. Great that you held this. Still 30 food down. Oh, 2003? Rock was 2002? Ah, oops. These Garks are doing quite a bit, don't they? At least against the Fiends, not too sure about the Hero Arena. Okay, was a bit too much then. Absolutely overwhelmed as Starbuck was going for the 4th base. Very overwhelming in the economy department, didn't really lose army. And yeah, straight up. Was surprised how many kills Sheik got. But yeah, game over. And 1-0 for Starbuck, who is, of course, the favorite here. There was an Undead mirror that should be favoring Sheik, I think. And I gotta grab a cardigan real quick. There we go. Old man is getting a bit cold otherwise. Yeah, obviously you tech yourself into a little bit of a trap there with Gargs. Has to be timing dependent. Dragonblight is next. Okay, interesting. I mean, Starbuck played it well. Good pressure, buying time for his own expansion, for the second expansion, and Sheik was never really able to pressure that. Starbuck was just doing whatever he wanted. So we go on to Dragonblight. First time today. And shout out to the map making community who fixed the little issue. I'll tell you in a bit. At the expo on Dragonblight, there was a creep that wasn't doing anything. He was just deactivated, basically. He was standing there, didn't attack, didn't wake up, didn't give any XP. But that has been fixed now, and that is making this expansion a little more difficult. Since Starbuck is random, this could be a very different matchup. Dragonblight creep fixed is the name. And it's Orc. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, show me the way. Fastia Headhunters, I'd assume. And I don't see Sheik play against Orc too often. So yeah, Dragonblight, first time today. Why is this called Dragonblight? Because there's a lot of dragons. There's one here, there's one here, there's one here, there's one here, and there's one here. All the bigger camps are dragons, which makes it relatively easy to creep with Gargs or anything anti-air really, at least two of them. Specialty, an unoccupied fountain right next to the creep spot. So lure the creep to here where they are not getting healed, but you are, and then creep it with ease. So now we'll see how hard this expansion is, but in Undead vs Orc will they all expand? I think this map has an interesting topic, but it's pretty big. It's very empty at times. Like if I look here, there's almost nothing on the entire screen. That's a bit nuts. What I don't like, shops on the outskirts, hard to go to. And shops is too important. I mean, you could argue that there could be maps where shops are rare. And you just play without items, but it's not where it's at. Okay, instead of Fastia Headhunters, this could also be Fastia Fast Wyvern. Okay, Sheik knows. And good for him that he opened up DK Ghouls. And not like Lich. Well, it could work with Lich first. But yeah, nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. deal with the wolf harass immediately. Wow, what? Okay, I was so confused because it says the tech is Fortress. A 2-minute 45 tier 3 tech, let's go. Now that's bugged. How does that bug? Starbuck, he finds a way. Eh? I have clarity in my shop. Oh no! Oops, so much for Dragon Blight fixed. Well, well, well. Tenchi, tenchi, tenchi. Starbuck arguing here. Like, he doesn't believe it. Let's okay. Yeah, this happens sometimes when you don't check a certain setting. So not sure what's happening now. If they host BattleNet or... whatever. I can host on BattleNet fixed version. I don't know how that happened. But if you host on BattleNet, isn't that the same version? I'll just pick another map. Why don't we just have our own map making tournament once a month? Yeah, organize it, dude. We can have that. If you organize and fund it, nothing's speaking against it. Yo, Shorty, great pen and paper yesterday. I had lots of fun watching. Yeah, go another map. Okay. Bucky, fair play, says alright, let's go. I think, like, I'll be honest here, Dragonblight in general has no chance of making it into the competitive map pool anyway. So it's not the biggest deal. Yeah, I think it's like the game version isn't set to Frozen Throne or something. I don't know anything about it. Fluffy Bunny, thank you very much for the 29 month. So we go Melting Pot instead. Still match point Starbuck, of course. Still on random. It's not that he has to stay at org now. It's pretty loose rule set here today. Oh, and she probably won't like that. What the hell is that? Oh, they might be playing on EU5. Well, I'm spiking like crazy. I'm sorry. I will lag at a certain point, and then it resets the routing, and then at some point it will be fine. I would so love to find a solution to this, but I can't. If you guys know how I can fix this, it's just this server and a Chinese server, but there I'm using a proxy, I think via this server. Let me know. So, Pally Rifles, eh? On a big map like this, you have a lot of time. And that is, in general, not too bad for Pally Rifles. Yes, I'm lagging now, am I not? Oh, please, just finally lag. How big is the scene of map creators? Handful of people. It takes a lot to create a melee map that is competitive. But when it comes to custom campaigns and custom maps, etc., that scene is huge. On the Hive workshop. Lots of talented modders. Starbuck was playing Pally Rifles, of course. One might think, is this on PTR? No, it's not. Can we now play custom campaign with Reforged? Yes! Especially the campaign Reforged by Insane Monster. Okay, Pally Rifle Tech. The downside of Pally Rifles is, though, that it's very slow. Movement speed wise. And this map is so big that it will take a long time to go from A to B.
A player's forces are under attack.
Yeah, you know what? I'll just leave. Catch up with Flow TV. And then we have no spikes. This server is unwatchable for me. Again, if you have a solution to this, please let me know. I'm using a proxy already. It doesn't work. We just need a couple of minutes to catch up now. There we go. Alright, so we watch this again. With 3 times speed until we're at the spot. Sorry for the inconvenience, guys. It annoys me as much as it annoys you. Which doesn't help you, but you know. Yeah, Pally Rifles, really freaking slow. So, Sheik, with the Unholy Aura, really freaking fast. Maybe he can outrun his opponent, outmaneuver his opponent, as there is a lot of avenues. It is, I don't want to say similar to Melting Valley, because it's a whole different setup, but rush distance should be similar. So interesting to see fast expansion by Sheik after scouting the Pally rifle. But yeah, that's a lot of time for that expo. But that's also some time that it takes to tech. And Starbuck is doing exactly that already.
A player's forces are under attack.
Cool to see Cannibalize. If you're not rushing for attack, I think you can afford it. Militia Scouters, that is faster. Yeah, if he figures this out and he realizes he's on the opposite side of the map, what do you even do? It's also an awkward spot. Because you kind of have to push from here, right? It takes even longer. Oh! Getting caught there, almost a DK surround. Devotion Aura, Holy Light versus DK Unholy Aura. Both not using their nukes aggressively, but rather to heal. But yeah, that's the movement speed advantage. Rifles are strong, rifles are sturdy, but rifles are damn slow. And 2 camps against Bucky? That's unfair. He's seriously not friends with the creeps on this map. Also against Hitman. Lost a hero there. This doesn't look too great. Tech has started. Ghoul reinforcements. And lots of economy for Sheik. Since Starbuck is only on 1 base, being down in supply is not the greatest sign yet. Need the critical mass of rifles to gun down ghouls ASAP. And losing rifles there early is super painful. Can you creep this? Ooh, this feels a little desperate. I mean, you don't really need too much lumber anymore. Once you get long rifles and... Well, you still need Sanctum for Priest. So yeah, it ain't that great. But he got the level 3, got the big mana potion. And Sheik is still teching. Is this timing just hitting beautifully? There's barely any fortification, except this one Nerub. There's barely an army by Sheik. This might just work. Took a long time to cross the map. And Sheik had a solid setup. But alright. Fighting prior to tier 2 against this rifle push is tough. Especially if the paladin is there to save every single unit there is while being supplied by Siphon. But yeah, reinforcements are fast for Sheik, super slow for Starbuck. But the towers, they're helping. At some point, I'd love to see a shop. Important to hold this Nerub tower down on the cost of a lot of ghoul health and skeleton usage. But the tower won't fall for Sheik. When do you have critical mass? Lumber is horrible right now. But here's level 2. Banish. A beautiful, beautiful spell to save your units. And so far it looks like Starbuck's Pally rifle is oppressive. But we thought that for 40 minutes by Starbuck versus Happy. Sheik's no happy though. All about stabilizing. Lots and lots of corpses. But Sheik, man, feels like he's facing elimination. With his expo. Only one acolyte there. This is supposed to be your lifeline. Your win condition. But it's your grave. Tech only started now. Whoa. There's no units to work with. And the heroes don't have mana thanks to the Blood Mage. Who needs a second unit when you can go Pally rifles? Expansion could have worked for sure. Solid pick against this, but oh my god, he's destroying Sheik like crazy. Despite the fight in the middle where things looked really good for Sheik. And that is without the devotion aura buff. Crazy. Crazy. Imagine how one-sided it is if the patches go through. Oh my god. No access to the shop for Sheik. Never on Blight, really. And I'd be surprised if the expansion ever pays off. We're going Griffin Aviary, probably just for Cloud, right? Close to 5 Paladin. Ghouls don't stand a chance anymore, like for a long time. He fed a lot.
player's forces
He's
are
still stuck at ghouls. Triple Rax Frenzy Ghouls. I don't think it's the answer, is it? I mean, he holds here. But it's also Starbuck on tier 3. I don't know. Human attacks your Expo, send 20 ghouls into his main, rinse and repeat. That base had no tower. That would have worked. Don't tell him. Yo, guys, the setup is triple Rax ghouls versus griffins.
player's forces are under attack.
Sheik is trying to hold on with that base up, of course. But yeah, you can't send the ghouls out now. And here we go. Last stand. If Starbuck kites well, first of all, he's eliminating the Lich. That is always helpful if you want to win a game. And now no Nova, no Orb. Level 4 Blood Mage. He can't rebuild that Lich either. This Pally rifle style seems fun to play. There's not a single unit that can attack this Griffin right now. GG, and Starbuck goes into the grand final. Sheik, unfortunately, picking the wrong answer here against the Pally rifles. The hold was pretty impressive, even though he fed his opponent into oblivion.